What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about the scariest places in Norway. Now, usually, Norway is known for having the most beautiful, amazing places on Earth, but not today. Today, I don't want to talk about beauty. I want to talk about scary. The scariest places in Norway. So I found a little Reddit discussion here where somebody asked, are there any scary places in Norway? And a lot of Norwegians actually answered this question. I'm very curious about where is it scary to be at night or alone? About which there are terrible legends or stories. Are there any places like this in Norway? Legends, stories, scary in Norway. Let's see what Norwegians have to say about this. This comment says, Skattitaten Condor? Oh, I'm sure I'm saying this totally wrong. Skattitaten Kontor. Maybe I can look this up. I have no idea what this means. Is this a place? Contact us, Norwegian Tax Administration. Is this the Norwegian Tax Administration? Wait a minute, what? Hold up, let me translate this. Tax Administration Tax Administration Office, this is a joke. They're making a joke. One of the scariest places in Norway is the tax office. I had no idea what this meant. Skattitaten Kontor. Now I know. Okay. Yes, the taxes can be scary. That's a good one. That's a good one. Scarier during the day, to be honest. The one in Oslo is a time machine to the 90s. Crying emoji. This is like the #1 voted comment, too. Most Norwegians, when they think of scary places in Norway, are like, the tax office, the taxes. Okay, well, that's a good answer. Okay, but seriously, what are the scariest places in Norway? Scariest. Just go into the woods at night. I bet you will be scared within 15 minutes. Well, yeah, I mean, besides like a haunted house or a haunted mansion, like the woods are the scariest places in the nighttime, really. Especially Norway, which has a lot different wildlife than here in the United States. I'd be quite nervous about that. Those thick pine forests, imagine being stuck in one, and some foxes begin to have a screaming match without you realizing they're foxes. Oh my god. Yeah, like we don't have screaming foxes here in America. That would be traumatizing. Going into the Norwegian forest and having foxes screaming. Oh my god. That'd be traumatic. Fox screams and death rattles are legit the most hair-raising sound in nature. Wow, a fox scream. Oh my god. That does sound scary. What else do we have? Okay. The Norwegian woods, where you can encounter screaming foxes. That is a good answer. That's probably one of the scariest places in Norway. Good answer. What else? Svalbard. Svalbard, right. Probably the most scary place in Norway. Really, because I've never thought of Svalbard as being scary. I've learned about it. It's like an island, very north. It's very isolated, and that could be scary, being very isolated. Pitch black, with no sun for 5 months of the year. That's true. That's true, the no sun. That's scary. Yeah, this is a good answer. Okay. You're not allowed to go outside of the settlement unarmed. And even if you don't get eaten by a polar bear, you better be well dressed so you don't freeze to death. Once you actually think about it, it is scary. You're kind of on this island. It's not easy to communicate. It's not easy to get help if you need help. There's polar bears, famously, polar bears everywhere, that literally you need to carry a gun around and be careful, or you could get bitten or eaten by a polar bear. It can be dark out for months at a time. I never thought of Svalbard as scary, but that's a really good point. It has a lot of scary things. Oh my god. It's very cold. You might freeze to death if you don't know what you're doing. Wow. That's good. That's good. The first few weeks I lived there, I was pooping myself during the polar night. I was imagining bears behind every rock. Yeah. Oh my gosh, just thinking about this. Like actually being there. Like you see rocks, you, you imagine bears could be anywhere, hiding behind a rock or a building. Oh my gosh, I never thought about it like this. After a while, I got used to it. But one day, there was a bear behind a rock. Oh my god. That's terrifying. That's terrifying. Oh my god. Old Asylum in Lear. Old Asylum in Lear. That sounds like a haunted, like, place in Norway? Oh my god, what is this? Wait a minute. This is the Lear Mental Hospital in Norway. It has been abandoned since 1986. This is literally like out of a horror movie or something. It is known for its dark history. You can explore the abandoned Lear Mental Hospital on YouTube. Oh my god, maybe I can take a look at this. This is an abandoned mental asylum in Norway. That already is very scary. I kind of want to look this up. Let me see here. Okay, the history of this old mental hospital outside of Drammen. Oh my god! What is this? It's dark and creepy as the building that looks today. Oh my god, is this actually a picture? Yeah, like old abandoned buildings like this. No, no, I didn't know Norway had like a famous abandoned, haunted asylum by Drammen. Oh my god, I wonder if people visit this. Inhumane practices have said to taken place here. Oh my god, and it has like a dark, twisted past as well. Such as torture and experimental drugs? What? That led to lobotomies, human guinea pigs with drugs. Oh my god. Patients suffered here. Unimaginable torments. Dark energy lies over this forsaken place. Oh my god. I could have gone my whole life without knowing about this. That is absolutely crazy. But a very, very good answer to this question, what are the scariest places in Norway? This might actually be the scariest. This might actually be the best answer. Like straight up the actual scariest place that you would not want to be left alone is this asylum. Cause I could at least run away in Svalbard. I could have a gun and run away from the polar bears. Here, it's like, I know it's illogical if you don't believe in ghosts or anything, but it's still just so scary. Oh my god. The now abandoned Luster Sanatorium is an eerie place. The Luster Sanatorium, known as Harastolin, was a tuberculosis sanatorium and psychiatric hospital in Norway. Oh my god, there's a lot of creepy asylums in Norway. Fell apart in the 1990s. It's now become popular for ghost hunting for young people. Oh my god, there's a lot of scary abandoned buildings in Norway. I never associated Norway with that. Norway has always been has so much nature and outdoors and fjords and mountains and valleys, and it's always been so nice to think about, and now I just am thinking about these scary abandoned insane asylums. What the heck? What else do we have here? I didn't know there were so many scary places in Norway. I wasn't actually expecting it to be this good, this many places. A lot of really good suggestions here, actually. It's terrifying, but it's good suggestions. Plenty of old German war ruins and bunkers that give me the creeps. Right, old war ruins. Yeah, where people actually, like, died and stuff. That can be a bit disconcerting, for sure. Okay, what else do we have here? We have a remote cabin on the west coast, and when we're there, we mainly eat fish that we catch. Catching the fish is a chore and joy. Between the age of 7 and 9, I was out fishing with a friend. As we wait for the fish to bite, we were both spending time peering into the sea. Even though it was so deep we saw nothing. Then suddenly I see something huge under us, under the boat. It got closer, a massive thing. It looks like it has fur. Then we start screaming. We see that it is not fur. It is covered in kelp. Then what on earth is this? We realize the rising tide has made us drift over a massive rock. I totally get where the legend of Draugen comes from. They thought they were out in the Norwegian Sea and they thought there was a big monster. What is they're referencing the North mythology Draugr, known as Draug and Draugen, the ghosts of Vikings that rise from their graves to walk the world. Oh my god. So this is probably where these kind of legends come from, and legends of sea monsters seeing giant shadows under your boat. Yeah, that would be scary, even if you know it's like illogical and not real and just a shadow. Your mind makes you really scared, and that's a lot of legends probably come from that. What else do we have here? The scariest places in Norway. Anywhere near the Swedish border. Sometimes they wander across the border, you see. Wait. Are they just talking about Sweden? They're talking about Swedes and Sweden. Anywhere near the Swedish border. Sometimes they wander across. You may think it's a tranquil forest, but suddenly you see a brief flash of blonde hair. Is it male? Is it female? You have no way of knowing. You can smell the surströmming. What is surströmming? Is that a Swedish thing? The scariest place in Norway is by Sweden. It's a Swedish delicacy of Baltic Sea herring. It's a fish called surströmming. That's how you know a Swede is heading your way. Wow. By then, it'll be too late. You'll already be infected. Okay. All right. The Falstad Woods, I remember being super scary as a tween. The Germans would take people out there and execute them. Oh my god. That's actually really sad. That's just dark. Falstad Woods. It's a protected war memorial in Norway. Wow. It was the site of many executions in World War II. More than 200 prisoners were executed and buried in mass graves in the woods. Holy crap, it's really sad to learn about this, but it is a part of history, and this is a good answer. That's terrifying. The Falstad Woods. Oh my god, where people were executed. That's horrifying. That's terrible. Wow, there are a lot of scary places in Norway. I had no idea. What else do we have? Helsdalen in Norway is one of the most famous UFO places. Lots of weird lights they have a hard time explaining. It's been a serious founded studies since the 80s. They've been seeing weird lights here. I personally think it's natural phenomenon. Others think differently. Okay. Famous like UFO sighting place in Norway. Hesdalen. I've never heard of that before. Yeah, that's pretty scary. That's interesting. There's places in America where people claim to see UFOs, and it's the same in Norway. People just claim to see UFOs everywhere, I guess. There are some famous spots that are supposed to be haunted. Check out this article. Oh, okay. Spooktacular Norway. Oh my god. Okay. This is just about haunted places? Do you dare spend the night at Akershus Fortress? Ooh, this is interesting. Let me see if I can make this a little bigger. Ooh. Oh, look at these. Akershus Fortress. Rife with supernatural stories. It's a fortress in Oslo. With several reports of whispers and scratching. Oh, wow. Oh, my. Akershus Fortress. There's the Nidaros Cathedral. Norway's most important cathedral. Home to the most famous ghost called the Monk. The Nidaros Cathedral in Trondheim, first seen in 1924, who claimed an apparition of a bloody gash along its throat. So it's this cathedral? So there's a bunch of really amazing, huge structures in Norway that are just haunted. I had no idea. Reports of chanting and organ music in the cathedral. Oh my god. This is, oh my, Dalen Hotel, among the many places of lodging associated with strange and supernatural. The Dalen Hotel in Telemark is one of the most infamous. Guests and staff tell stories of Room 17, where a ghost known as the English Lady spends her restless afterlife. She checked in, no one knew of her pregnancy, and when staff entered the room, they found her infant dead. Oh my god, this is... Miss Greenfield was arrested with murder but took her own life. To this day, a table is set for her in the hotel restaurant. And this is a haunted hotel in Norway. Oh my god, I never knew Norway had so many, legends. Urban legends, stories, haunted hotels, haunted cathedrals, the tax office. This was fascinating because, like I said before, honestly, myself and most Americans, I think most people around the world, when we think of Norway, we think of happiness, really like a really advanced society with a beautiful nature, and I have never known or learned about any of the scary parts of Norway, the disturbing parts, but this was a really interesting look into that part of Norway, and I guess like anywhere on Earth, there are these scary legends and stories, and these so-called haunted places, and other places that are just scary because of wild animals, like the Norwegian woods or Svalbard, and I don't know, this turned out to be a very, very interesting, eye-opening topic for me, the scariest places in Norway. I had no idea. And it sounds like there's actually a lot more I didn't even get to see. So I enjoyed this quite a bit. I was also a bit disturbed. Anyway, if you enjoyed this as well, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment, perhaps with what you think is some of the scariest places in Norway. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Norway and Norwegian culture, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.